Alright. Where last we left off, I believe you guys had just finished up a quest and relaxing a tavern, leveled up, had some rests.
And filling
Sounds
up
about right.
on free eats and booze.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the waitress is probably getting tired of refilling my drink because Semi keeps stealing it.
Every time you look away.
What's this here? Shrugs it. What's this out here?
Oh, I'm
It's like
thirsty.
Oh, I grabbed the wrong mug. Sorry about that.
It's like
buddy.
as Wendell's reaching for it, you just snatch it and chug it. Who left that there?
Yeah, it's like the Patrick scene with the chocolate bar where he eats the whole thing. Oh, I'm hungry. I think I'll eat it now, and then goes to do it again. And bites in it.
So yes, we did that, and then we were going to be checking the work board.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was wanting to do.
Anything decent on that thing? Looks like we got the lead for the magic items. Got a distraction job. Destroy a prototype and find my wife.
I'll show you a distraction job.
I mean, we are really good at causing distractions.
You guys are.
A little too good, if you ask me.
Yep. I'm thinking we can definitely cause a sufficiently large enough distraction.
That should be fairly simple, honestly. Who is Pogdagog? I guess an associate of the guy who hired us.
Your doggo does not like the name.
Yeah, there's another dog outside, and he's not having it.
Well, I can understand that. There's only one dog that is allowed to be as cute and adorable as he. All the other ones need to fuck off. That is the doggo way. So, I'm thinking the causing of a distraction we should be pretty good at. Although the destruction of a prototype, big money, big prizes.
True, that has a lot of reward for that.
Although I'm seeing interplanar pocket watch. And I would say that that could maybe not be a good thing to be thrown into a bag of holding. Like, our job could basically be, oh, they died? Cool. At least now we know the watch is destroyed. But then again, that does sound like exactly the kind of thing that we would go after. Not gonna lie.
Kinda.
The finding the wife. That just sounds like it's more.
That's just a fetch quest.
It is, but it's also a more urgent job.
Well,
When is the? I mean, the
when is the execution for the guy too?
Yeah, the execution's kind of need to get it done soon.
How far away is the execution?
Just in town.
No, like time wise.
Time-wise. Yeah, it's about a day out at this point.
Oof.
Yeah. So I would say let's cause the distraction and then do the find my wife job.
I'd agree with that. Distraction should be pretty easy one to pull off. We either succeed or fail either way within one day.
Right. And we can come up with a plan for that while the rest of us um get a little bit of background research on the find my wife thing. That way we'll already be a step ahead when we're ready to take it on.
So basically, we'll accept both quests and we'll just start like investigating the Find My Wife one, but we'll stay in town so that way we can do the distraction and then
Right.
turn that in and just jump right into the Find My Wife.
Exactly.
Yeah, we
And
can do that.
maybe there might be a way for us to play them together.
A little bit of multitasking.
I mean, if it requires us to make an accusation against someone who might have information, we could maybe have that happen right there at the execution and cause all sorts of havoc.
Yeah.
But that's hopeful wishing and thinking that we just don't have the opportunity to do so. Therefore, we need to come up with a really good, solid distraction.
I'm sure we can. I'm sure we can manage that.
Well, how do we want to go about it? I mean,
Depends on the area that it's in. Is it a very public execution or a more privatized execution?
it sounds like it's going to be a public execution if I'm correct there, GM.
Yes, this one definitely does lean.
Yeah.
We'll probably
So-
want to scout the area out first to see what we're dealing with rather than try and make assumptions about what we'll do.
Yeah. I mean, because my assumption is it's going to be a gallows. So
Could be a
let's head over there.
gallows.
They should already be getting everything set up if it's only about a day out.
I agree. Let's go head over to that area.
And yeah, Wendell will just head on out with Hero. Like they're just going to totally have a conversation about the various ways of getting executed while they're while they're heading into town to go check out the location. It's like, no, I'm telling you, 5 gold says it's going to be a hanging.
But a beheading would be faster and more dramatic.
Yeah, sure, but around here, I'm betting it's probably going to be a hanging.
For all we know, they're going to tie him between 4 different chariots and have him pulled apart.
No,
We don't know the crime he's committed. Perhaps they want something more drastic.
that would just splatter all over the place. Crowds don't like to get splattered on when they're watching an execution.
It's called a splash zone.
Yeah, they like things
Some
more.
people like the
clean and
splash
neat.
zone. They're the splash zone enthusiasts, though.
Yeah, so you guys head over. It's nearby one of the markets that you've been to a couple. It is a pretty typical gallows setup. Mostly
Called
complete
it.
in construction. There's a goblin working on some finishing touches. Execution.
So this is a gallows, huh?
It
Yes,
is.
it is.
No, Wendell is like saying that to the goblin.
Goblin's like, yeah, this is a gallows. What do you think after one?
Well, I've heard of them, but I've never seen one up close and personal. And if the ropes are actually attached already, like Wendell is legit going to like step up on one of the platforms and like grab a hold of the noose and like try to hang from it, with his arms.
The goblin seems completely unconcerned about what you're doing.
Nice.
What Sorceress can do? You're gonna hang yourself?
Nope. Just checking his, focus and powers of observation.
Oh, he is definitely aware that you're doing it. He just doesn't care that you're.
Yeah. So you got 4 people that are going to be swinging tomorrow?
Oh yeah, poor people, terrible people.
Oh, cool. Wendell will hop down and sit down on the crate, dangling his feet. So, do you know who they are?
No, they don't tell me who they are. They just say go set up the gal. Then you go do it, and they bring the people here to kill.
Well, who pushes the crates?
They got some of the bigger guards to do that.
Oh,
Do it.
man. I was just wondering if maybe I could get a job doing that. That'd be kind of cool.
Gotta go apply to be a hand of the king.
Oh, those guys. I mean, don't get me wrong. They keep the city all, nice and orderly and stuff, but they can be a pain.
Watch it, or I'll become a pain for you too.
I'm not too worried about that. I feel that if you're not comfortable speaking about something, well, then you probably shouldn't be involved in it. And so if I can't speak about my city, I shouldn't be involved in my city.
Fair enough.
So how about you? Happy with the work?
Yeah, man, it's all right. It pays the bills.
Well, and you do a really nice job. This all looks really solid.
Thank you.
Do you do anything other than the gallows? Like, do you do some carpentry work and stuff?
Oh no, not really.
Hey, you should think about it. Over in the, and I have no idea what the poorer district is called, but I will use the local name for it. There's a lot of little places and shops and stuff that have seen better days. Could actually use a talented hand and a keen eye like yours.
Give me a perception or deception or persuasion.
Oh, he's being sincere, so it would be a persuasion roll.
Okay.
Hey, that was an 11. We all saw that.
Maybe someday.
Well, I can just tell you that, they can't pay a lot, but the gratitude that you get out of it, it's pretty decent. And there's a lot of places I have never paid a single copper for a nice hot bowl of food. Or a cold drink.
So, you gonna be back to watch this tomorrow?
Oh, I don't know. I've got work tomorrow. Maybe if I have the chance.
He nods and... Oh, I think that's about all I've got to do here for today.
Well, I won't stand around here and mess with any of your hard work. Have yourself a wonderful day, sir.
Hey, you too.
And I will relay to Hero that the construction of the thing is pretty solid.
That's understandable. Though, to be fair, I reread over the contract. They have their own ways of getting him out. We just need to distract them long enough.
Hmm.
If we need to cut the rope to stall it, I'm sure we could, but it's more to just distract them. Just make them wait long enough that they get their own guy out.
Hmm.
That's the official job. They have the means to get him out, but they require them just a moment to do it. That's where we come in. Distract the guards long enough before he's killed. So we don't necessarily need to prevent the execution so much as drag it on long enough that they prevent the execution.
Hmm.
I'm assuming that I'm present for this conversation.
Yeah, it looks like you are right here, so I would assume
Yeah.
so.
I was gonna say maybe if they leave them tonight, we could tamper a little bit with the ropes before they use them tomorrow. Stow them away the way we found them.
Like maybe make them a little bit looser or something like that.
Fray them, maybe cut them in several places so it's hard to get a length long enough for whenever they go to drop, it just snaps.
Well, could do that. But I really don't
be
want
quite
to see
a delay.
the goblin get into any kind of trouble. You know, anything that screws up with the platform, they're going to blame him for it.
How is that our problem?
It's our problem because he hasn't done anything wrong to us.
Again, how is that our problem? That sounds like that would be a
Hero.
him problem if he gets in trouble for it.
True, but I still think that there's a way for us to be able to do it without getting anybody else into any kind of major trouble.
No matter what we do, if the person supposed to be executed isn't executed, somebody's going to get in trouble massively. That's a given.
Yeah.
That's true.
It doesn't matter what happens. A person set for death is not dying. Somebody's going to be in serious trouble when that happens. I'm not concerned much of who it is, to be honest. You could say the goblin's innocent, but by that line of reasoning, odds are most guards tomorrow will be innocent too. But one of them's gonna have to take the fall for that.
Well, maybe not.
Unless you plan to plead that man's innocence.
Well, that would be quite the trick, especially since he's obviously already been tried.
Precisely. All I'm saying is somebody who's innocent is going to have the failure of the execution dropped on them, whether or not they're the reason for it failing or not.
Look, I'm not saying that I've got a plan. I'm just saying we either need Fluffy or a druid and a mage.
Well, we've got one of those.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, the mage we knew is probably not showing his face around.
Yeah, true. But I bet there's probably not a shortage of them in the guild.
What were you needing a mage to do anyway? What'd you have in mind?
Just a simple enlarge spell.
Oh, I see.
Mhm.
Are you not concerned that might put somebody in danger, though?
Well, I mean, if we did it to Fluffy, He's just a real sweetheart. He just has a little bit of a
He's just gonna
temper.
run around.
Exactly. He's gonna run around. He's gonna yell at him. He's
They're
gonna
still
bowl
going
a
to
couple
try
people
and
over.
they're going to try and trap him though for obstructing the event.
Of course they're going to try to trap him. That's what the enlarged spell's all about. You know how difficult it's going to be to, control something like him that size? Or the druid. The druid is still a viable option. But they would have to be able to shapeshift into bear form. Yeah. Giant bear would definitely cause a distraction.
Oh, he's right,
And I
It would be
figure
quite distracting.
the group of us could find matching outfits, right? Kind of like uniforms, but not the same as like the hands, for example. And we can come down chasing Fluffy as handlers. Warning people to stay back. Don't approach him. Don't get in his way and all that, Like, he could be very dangerous. You just keep your distance, which might help to minimize any damage that Fluffy may take.
Yeah, if we tout him as a rare specimen, that if you hurt him, you'll be paying a massive fine. I'm sure a lot of the local guards would already be hesitant to do anything else if there's people chasing after him.
Yeah,
They wouldn't want to risk being fined more than what they're paid.
exactly my point.
Mm-hmm.
The only question is how hard would it be to get a hold of somebody who can enlarge him.
Well, the other thing we would need is a crate that would be big enough to hold him at his full size. Because that way we can be carting him through town. And then we can kind of lay out that foundation, letting everybody know, hey, very dangerous. This is a very special kind of thing, blah, blah, blah. Don't get him riled up. And then at the appropriate time, oops, some kids were poking at the crate and got him riled up. And then the mage just casts the enlarged spell on him, and away he goes right through the crate and amok through the town.
It's
Thus
a bit risky,
causing
but
a
it could work.
major distraction.
It's risky, but I could see it working.
I mean, shoot. We could even ask Fluffy just to slam into the gallows themselves if it doesn't seem to be distracting them enough.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it doesn't actually set it off, cause them to start dangling.
Well, no, I mean, this would happen before anybody's brought up on stage, so to speak. I'm thinking we do this during the procession.
Perhaps, but would they not need... I guess that depends on what they're needing. Do they need us to actually cause the distraction when he's up on top for them to get him, or beforehand? Does they need a distraction to get him out? Is that just a time thing, or do we need them to look away while he's on the stage?
I suppose we could ask the person who's requesting the job to be done for that specific detail. My assumption is, though, that it's at any time between the time that he leaves that jail cell and he's standing on that crate. And it might make
Perhaps.
it even easier for them if they don't have to climb up onto the gallows.
Like I said, I think that depends on what they were expecting.
True.
If they have it set up that they need, let's say, 20 seconds of him standing on the platform, if we blow our whole distraction play before then, that's going to be a lot more difficult. But if they just need, let's say, a couple minutes in general between the cell and here, then that would work perfectly. But that's two entirely different things.
We should totally find out.
Probably should before we commit to that then.
And Wendell just stares directly at Hero.
Unfortunately, I don't see a name on the job. Or the job requester Lazathet.
Well, that shouldn't be difficult for you to figure out, right? And Wendell will just give a big smile.
All right, let's go back to the guild.
And drinks.
Go ask in the guild. Does Lazathet allow us to find him to ask questions?
Um, yeah, you actually find he did leave a note that he'd be in the nearby marketplace the night before. Could anyone wish to
Perfect.
speak with him?
We already have some good initial plans. So now we can just make those plans concrete.
I'll just give a little nod and start heading to wait there until it's nightfall.
And yeah, as we head over, Wendell just kind of mutters, I mean, we could always just set the gallows on fire, I guess.
Wouldn't that burn?
Agreed.
It worked
Or
last time. Just saying.
Fire is
think
quite a
fire-
distraction as well.
I don't think fire is the answer to every solution.
I
But
don't
at the
think
same
you're
time, I
trying
can't
fire
disagree with the
hard enough.
results.
Wendell's like, I don't think you're trying fire hard enough.
If you're using strictly results-based analysis, then I suppose it is technically an efficient method. However, last time you went out of your way to help the barber. I thought you were here to help out to not let the goblin get thrown under the bus. Wouldn't
Well,
he be
yeah.
thrown under the bus because it got set on fire and he didn't set it up correctly?
Well, no. I mean, it's not his fault that the gallows has to be made out of dry wood and not fresh wood.
But who do you think they would punish for such an act of the gallows being broken? Probably the guy whose whole job was to ensure that they were prepped and ready for the executions.
Unless we made it an act of God. Ooh.
Unfortunately, I don't believe either of us talk to gods.
We
That might
need
be out of
a really drunk mage.
I'm gonna slap you upside the back of the head.
I was
Yeah,
just gonna
I've
say in
only
the
done this one
rooftop.
before.
Let's just see what Lazathet says about the rescue.
Fine. Just saying, a fireball from above would definitely be a sign from the gods.
How many mages' lives do you expect to ruin?
That's it. This is gonna become our calling card.
So we're gonna get a really, really, really drunk mage. He's gotta get him more drunk than the last.
Wendell
So he's
just
on
gives-
16 shots.
Wendell just gives you some side eye. How many fingers and toes do I have? As long as I can keep counting them.
Keep up what you're doing, eventually you'll lose track. You'll either have
see how
one
many-
more or
And
one
then
less
you'll-
than you expect.
If I lose track, then there's no problem. We just restart at 0.
I don't think that's how that works, Wendell. I'm not a doctor, but that doesn't make sense.
Pretty sure that that's how it works. If you lose track, you just restart from the beginning.
That seems like an awful waste of time.
Yeah, but I mean, then I can just keep going through mages.
How many lives are you going to throw into the bus for your nefarious tricks?
Minimal amount. Like, as far as I know, that mage has not been caught.
I'm not one to judge.
far
but
as you
this
know.
time, Wendell, your logic.
As far as we know, he
It's a
could
little
also be locked away in a dungeon for suspected treason.
Well, I did try to make sure that the blame got put on the College of Mages and their students.
Could
Nobody
that
goes
not
hard
have
on students.
Could that not have downsides for the college as a whole, though, and thusly the students?
Yeah, I mean, technically, I guess, but maybe they should have let a halfling in when he showed an interest in the arcane arts. I don't know.
Is that a grudge I sense?
What? No. I do not hold grudges. I help people.
I think you can multitask.
Do I look like a woman to you? Seriously.
Do you want me to answer that question honestly?
I mean, as long as it's in favor to me, sure.
I guess I won't. I want to look at my imaginary watch. Why am I looking at my wrist?
For your
wafer
sundial?
Oh yeah, I forgot to wear it today. I got the Yeezys on, but I forgot to wear my my Sundex.
It also helps if you're not standing in the shade when you're trying to use it.
Shh.
Yeah, see, what you should have done is gone and gotten the destroyer prototype. Looked at the watch today.
Use
Wear
it
it.
at the time.
Damn
Open it up
it!
and see what happens.
That's what we should have done. Man. Could have gone for three-parter. We steal the watch. We use the watch to keep time. Then, once all the other jobs are done, we throw it into the bag of holding.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely nothing would go wrong with it.
No! Why would there be anything? No, that's silly talk.
I'm just not opening up that bag.
Hey, which one of us has a bag of holding?
That gets provided if we
Yeah.
take the contract.
That's where
Yeah,
we're supposed to
I
put the
don't-
watch.
Don't read very well sometimes, so
No, that's okay. I mean, the words get all blurry and fuzzy, right?
Well, to be fair, even their description's a little bit odd. We're supposed to hurl the pocket watch into the bag of holding. We don't put it
To
in
be
it.
fair.
We hurl it in there.
also everything beforehand was already drink, so it doesn't help all that much to begin with. But I suppose I should just know when to entreat such tasks.
Oh, when's this guy supposed to show up anyhow? As he checks his wrist for some unknown reason as well.
Yeah,
You're in the shade, you daft loony.
Yeah, but I'm shorter. The shade doesn't always reach me.
You're still in the shade, Wendell. Just because you're shorter, it might not reach you sometimes. You're still standing in it. Turn around at least. You're in your own shadow.
Oh, yeah.
a couple hours later,
God.
night's fallen.
Obviously, the GM did not want us to roleplay those couple of hours.
All right, we got a real life stall out a few hours. All right, let's go.
Colin walks away, comes back to the role play, and we've all rolls on each other. And one of us is down.
I cast fireball.
Even no fireball yet.
That's what makes it so impressive.
That'll be the happiest day in Wendell's life.
I can do all of his fire-based deeds.
Oh, hell yeah. Then I will know the mage who can cast Fireball.
Yeah, so evening has come. You guys are standing around the marketplace. Give me a perception check.
That's my jam, yo. Even with a 2. I still have the highest number.
Even with
With
the
a 2.
Jesus.
Um,
Oh, you only got a 6.
No, it was a bad roll.
Pretty rough. Well, I saw the 14. That's what it was first. I saw
Yeah.
persuasion, a perception. I saw the per part.
mhm.
That was the same thing I did. I was like, damn, I got 14 off of a 2. Yeah.
I was wondering. I was like, how the fuck do you have 12 bonus to perception? We're level 4, aren't we? What the hell are you on?
I'm very observant.
I want some of that.
I'm Batman.
I see everything.
So while Wendell doesn't notice it at all.
I'm still checking my rest.
Mm-hmm.
What time is it?
The sun's gone down, Wendell. You can't use that.
The rest of you notice a figure standing off at the edge of one of the alleys that matches with the description that you were giving of.
I'm gonna sneak around and go behind him and say hello.
Okay.
Danger, danger! That's you.
Boo!
All of a sudden, just stabs you 30 times in the gut with a knife.
So yeah,
Much?
you come up behind him in the shadows of the alleyway. What are you going to do?
Oh, I'll just give a hello. Greetings. Lazathet, I presume?
He's halfway
Out of
through.
nowhere.
As you say your initial hello, he's halfway through saying you can bugger right off. Before you get to saying his name's like, and he looks over. Can I help you?
Hear about the request you have. I was looking for some information on it.
Yes. What do you want to know?
You said we just simply needed to create a distraction. Was
Yes.
that while the character is on stage, or is that before he gets on stage that you need that done?
On stage would be preferable.
And
The
about how long do we need to distract for, would you say?
if you can get me 5 solid seconds with the guard's eyes off of you, I think that will be sufficient.
Alright, I think that should be doable. Is that just any time whenever he's on stage in position?
Yeah.
Give a nod. That should be simple enough. I'll just kind of scanter off back into the alleyway. And I'll go back to the group and relay the information. So I was right. We do need to be on stage, though it's only for about 5 seconds he needs to be in position that the guards need to be distracted for. The fluffy
Okay.
trick could still
That'll be
work.
easy.
We just have to plan that out to happen once he's in position and before they actually drop him.
Yeah. Like, I'm thinking Fluffy breaks out of the crate maybe a block away, starts running. We're chasing after Fluffy. Fluffy turns innocently enough into this big crowd that's there to watch a hanging and roars. Guaranteed, every guard's eyes off of the guys there on the gallows
Yep.
at least 5 seconds.
At least.
As long as we make sure they're actually tied up. If somebody's still in the process of being tied up and put in position, they might not look, but we have to wait for them to actually be set, so that way nobody has a chance of even looking at the.
It's a giant dinosaur. They're gonna look.
You
I think she's
that.
got a solid point.
Even if they're in the middle doing something, they're gonna look.
I
I
suppose
mean,
more
they're
likely
probably
than
going to
not.
crap themselves first and then look, but, you know.
Details. Either way, I figure
Buffy knows what he's doing, though. He'll know when to run in.
we still need to find some way to enlarge him if we want to do it that way.
Yeah. Probably a scroll would work just as good as anything else.
Hmm.
We can see if we can find if the guild has any for sale that we could use.
Yeah, that they do have scrolls for sale, so that's certainly an option. Or
How much do they cost?
it depends on the spell and the spell level, and
I'm not too familiar with the with any enlarging spells and what they're like.
you'd be looking at a enlarge reduce spell, which is a level 2 spell.
Okay.
How much would that be?
I am figuring that out. When you get back to the hideout, though. You can head over and ask them. Let's see, a level 2 spell scroll puts it as an uncommon item. It'd probably run about 200 gold pieces.
How long
I'll
does
see.
this spell last?
That's 1 minute.
Okay.
Should be more than long enough. I'll put out 50 gold. I'll put in my share of it.
I can do the other 50.
Well, it's 200, isn't it?
I'll do.
Yeah.
We can
I
all
think
split
I'll
it.
put in 50. Call
I'll
it
do
good.
50.
Oh, yeah, I'll throw in mine.
Read.
Alright. Who would like to carry the spell scroll?
Oh, the big question is who can use it?
Yeah, can anyone read it?
Hero could for sure, no problem. Rules as written, only someone who can has that spell on their spell list, or class's spell list could cast it. I would say that yeah, okay, so
Yeah,
If
I
it-
don't have like use magic device or anything yet,
Yeah.
so I doubt that I would be able to as a rogue.
one thing to note is if the spell is on your class list but a higher level than you can normally cast, you do have to make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. Just a DC 11.
Hero wouldn't have to do that, right?
Still above my level.
Yeah, he only has level 1 spells still.
But I still think you have to do it. I don't think we can.
I likely would have the highest success chance.
Yeah, I would say that others could try, but they would have to also make a similar sorry, a DC 12, not 11. Goes up by 1 per level. So DC 12 skill check. I would say anyone else could try, but you would have to make a higher one, like add 5 to that or something. Or roll
what
at
check?
disadvantage. Spell casting ability check.
I suppose I'll hold it.
Yeah, I think you should do it.
I'll do the casting.
Alright. Let's give Hero a spell scroll. Alright. So, you have purchased a spell scroll of Enlarge/Reduce. What would you like to do now?
Go over the plans a bit more. Maybe run through the scenario a little bit with Nyx and Fluffy, just so that we've got our ideas down, and then the next thing would be check with the Thieves Guild for a well, for lack of a better term, a costume department. See if they would happen to have 4 matching outfits that we could at least work our way into making look like we're a group.
Yeah, they definitely have clothing options on hand. Most of it's fairly generic, just because there's, so many ways you can go with it. They can't have stuff on hand for every possibility. But if so you can either get something just kind of generic that looks, very similar, or if you want to put some effort into making it look a little bit more fancy, a little bit more put together and professional.
Yeah, that's the idea. Is it shouldn't look really professional, but it should look like, well, basically like wannabe professional.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't have to look great, and that's fine because that'll actually blend in with the whole concept.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna guess that nobody here is proficient with Weaver's tools.
I only have mending. No weavers.
No, I do not.
Okay. Didn't think anyone would, but thought I'd ask just to be sure. So, you guys can purchase the supplies to, for, the basic supplies, for about a gold piece total.
Alright, I'll chuck a gold piece over.
And then if someone would like to, give me a... Let's see. Give me an intelligence at disadvantage to modify these closing pieces in such a way that you're intending to do so. Or if you want to hire someone to make the changes for you, there's probably someone around that would do it for a couple gold.
I'll look for somebody to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will happily donate a couple of gold.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys actually find someone at the next table over used to work doing exactly that kind of work before joining the guild. Being on such short notice, he's willing to do it for 4 gold pieces.
Like one each or total? Or like
Total.
I'll toss over a gold.
I'm tossing in 2, so.
One more gold.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right.
I'm gonna make him do that with advantage. Apparently, it's been a long time since this guy has done anything with a needle. The results are absolutely atrocious, even by the standards you were looking for.
Excellent. Excellent.
Like,
The question is, at a quick glance, would anybody notice?
you know, if it's chaotic like you're thinking it might be, probably not. On the way there and setting up, might be a little bit more suspect, but it's hard to say for sure. Now, from a distance, it's probably fine. You know, if you're...
I'm just gonna call him out on it. This is absolute garbage. I think if I grabbed a blind beggar down the street and asked him if this was level, he wouldn't even grab it with his hands and he'd still tell me no.
Look, I haven't done this in 3 years. What do you want from...
4 gold worth of quality?
I did the best I can do on such a short notice. Sorry, it's not better. Yeah, I'll give you 2 gold back. Sorry.
Yeah.
Alright, you want to try and find another guy? Fix this.
Yeah, or gal. I'm thinking we go over to Wendell's, preferred district and just find one of the old washwomen who mend clothing and that sort of thing.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go to the red light district and just pay somebody to do it.
No. Well, find like one of the washerwomen or one of the seamstresses in the area that's used to patching and mending clothing. I bet one of them would be able to do a better job.
Question is whether or not we have time to do it before the execution.
And do it cheaper.
That's the time frame.
However, I'm sure one of those women could probably do it very quickly and efficiently. If you want, I'll hand you over my clothes and 2 gold pieces to go and find somebody to do a better job.
Yeah, Wendell's on it.
I'll hand you over 2 gold and the fucked up uniform. Find somebody to do it better. And I don't want to dress in something that's half-assed.
Exactly. If we're gonna do this, we need to look professional. Sorta. So, yeah, as fast as Wendell's little legs will carry him, he's off.
Okay. So you head back out. Um, Middle of the night at this point, unless you're waiting for morning to go back out.
No. I mean, the washerwomen work almost 24/7. They work in shifts usually, especially in the poorer district. There's always dirty clothes. Somebody's going to be up and working, even at this hour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you do find a small shop that is open at this hour and has some people in it working.
And Wendell will go in with all of his charm, put completely into being absolutely flustered and overworked. Please, could somebody assist me? I'm sure this wouldn't take very long.
What is it, dear?
Well, Miss, my lord wanted these outfits to be set up correctly, and I tried my best, and Wendell is just going to dump them out and let her see the disaster that they are.
Mm-hmm.
But I really don't know what I'm doing.
See, the beginnings of something good here is not real good in the execution, however. Were you drunk when you tried to sew this up?
No, I'm afraid dead sober. I'm just not very good.
Well, I can work on these. I'll have them for you in a couple days.
That's the problem. I need them by morrow's light. My lord is not without means. And I will flash a gold piece at her. Do you think it could be done?
Gonna cost you a bit more than that for such short notice, but I think we can make it work.
You are a saint. Just tell me the bill.
Let's see. Got 4 of them here.
17 plat.
Right? This is highway robbery.
Do you want them or not?
Yeah, I think we could have the 4 of these straightened out by morning for 10 gold pieces.
Well, I'm not normally supposed to spend these, but in this situation, I don't think my lord will mind, and I will pull out a platinum and lay it out for her.
Excellent. I will get to work on this right away. I'll have it done by first light.
I am so thankful to whichever deity has lent you to us mere mortals down here on this earth. Thank you so much.
He nods and heads inside to get to work.
And Wendell is going to go find a nice quiet alley for him to go get a nap in until morning light. Makes more sense than him having to trudge all the way back and then come back in the morning and blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
And if, there's a problem, he wants to be within earshot.
Oh, of course. No, they don't seem to have much in the way of problems. Things go rather smoothly, and when you head back at first light, they are waiting and ready for you to go.
These look glorious. They're fantastic.
Oh, happy to be able to help, dear.
Well, whether my lord knows it or not, he's very happy to be able to help you as well. And I will put 6 gold down on the counter for her.
Oh, thank you. Much appreciated.
Well, this is going to save my lord some headaches and some troubles. And you know what? He has more gold than he has sense, so why not spend a little bit where it really needs to be? Thank you again.
A pleasure. Anytime, dear.
And with that, Wendell will gather them up, and fast as his little legs will carry him, get back on over to the rest of the group so we can get changed out quickly.
Okay. Yeah, so you head out and meet up with the others nearby to the place that you guys had set up ahead of time to get changed out and ready to go.
Okay.
All right. So now the other question is, do we have the crate that we need that's of the appropriate size?
I don't think you've purchased one yet.
Seriously, guys, I got to do everything?
And so it seems in this case.
I thought you had this all under control.
I plan these things. I don't execute them. And Wendell will mutter something about gathering materials should be a henchman's work.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
If only I heard that.
as he heads to see if he can go find a sizable enough crate, probably down at the docks.
Yeah, they definitely have those in plenty down at the docks. Lots of goods coming and going, lots of crates about.
Okay. And just let one of the dock workers know I need crate yay size with a cart to wheel it about.
Let's see. Crate's a silver piece. A cart for that. You're looking at 2 gold pieces for that.
Well, tell me, could I also purchase perhaps a reasonable amount of discretion and maybe have somebody put some lettering on there like danger, live animal, and slip him a platinum?
Yeah, let me go grab the paint cans. I'll be right back.
Much appreciate it.
How much are we getting paid for this job?
That's irrelevant. We want it done
Very
right.
relevant. 1,000 gold.
Not about the money. It's about sending a message.
Yeah, that we're awesome.
You don't want to be known for this.
Would be
Sure
quite
we do.
the unexpected end to this campaign if you guys just end up being bankrupt and unable to continue and do anything.
Right. Or
Too
actually,
poor to do anything. You failed so many missions, they refuse to give you any more.
actually, what we would do is we would turn into the A team. That sounds like every single one of their episodes.
Alright, guys, so in an effort to fuck up the GM, we all got to start failing every mission horrifically. Eventually, we get kicked out and we get broke, and he has to figure out what to do. Who's in it with me?
I just like how not so many sessions ago we were talking about starting like a racket with were rats by creating a business off of plaguing people with rat infestations, and now we're talking about being a charity.
Well, not exactly. You know, we're a non-profit organization. And you know, the people who run those
that in
things
air
get
quotes,
paid an
please.
awful lot.
Put those in quotes, please. I want profit.
So the dock worker comes back about 20 minutes later with the crate on a cart, with nice, large, bold, red, warning, live animal, painted on all sides.
It's perfect.
Good luck with whatever you're
Except-
transporting. Oh,
Except we do need a couple of air holes. I'm sure we can figure that out.
hmm. I can make holes that won't be pretty or precise.
Well, if they're small and you make them from the inside out, might make it look even better.
It kind of shrugs and hops into the crate with a hammer and chisel and starts chipping away at the wood to make holes.
Which will make it look like very jagged holes, which will be even better.
Yeah.
Plans coming together.
Inadvertently got exactly what you wanted.
I'm hearing the A-Team music in the background right now.
That's better than what I'm hearing. I'm hearing the Benny Hill theme song.
Now I'm telling you, Wendell's gonna dye his hair white and start chewing on a cigar. I love it when a plan comes together.
So you guys head back to your meeting point. Wendell's got a cart with a crate in hand now.
Yep. Which is perfect size for Hero and Fluffy. And I mean, I suppose Nyx too, if she wants to hide in there, but I figured me, Semi, and Nyx could be like the handlers.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Hero can definitely do that too, after
Yeah.
Fluffy breaks out.
Fine with me.
And of course, Semi will have to be the muscle to be lugging the crate around.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a deal.
And I guess I can do like, all the barking.
Oh, I think Walter's doing that.
And Nyx, I mean, you could kind of showboat on top of the crate.
Yeah.
That would definitely get people's attention.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think we got a plan. And we'll get Fluffy inside the crate, get Hero inside the crate, close it up. Getting all this done in, a back alley.
Mm-hmm.
Can I like focus in order to give myself any sort of advantage on the scroll? Or is it just gonna be the same?
Give me an Arcana check to spend some time studying it.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, I'll give you a little bonus when time comes.
Hell yeah. I can study a little bit. You know, I've been studying more magic lately. I'm a little bit used to reading these texts right now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, as soon as we come out of the alleyway, Wendell is going to just take, a couple steps out and just start backing people out. Just backing them out of the way. I'm sorry, excuse me, please. Excuse me, please back up, please, for your safety. Like, I mean, they're right in the middle of walking down the street, and it's like, nope, fuck you, you gotta back up now. Making a bit of a production and having Semi just really flex some muscle as he's lugging this thing out, because it's probably not going to weigh that much. It's just got Hero and Little Fluffy in there right now. But we got to make it look like it's got Big Fluffy in there.
Samuel definitely seems like he struggles a little bit with it, and not the easiest cart to push through the city streets.
And yeah, Wendell is full on showman mode. We're talking Ringling Brothers level BS going on here. As he is talking about this amazing and incredibly powerful beast from the far reaches of the darkest jungles. As Semi's rolling this thing out, danger, live animal, with holes slightly busted out.
High voltage.
That's right.
You even get one person come up at one point and ask, what is it you've got in there?
Oh, one of the most powerful and terrifying prehistoric beasties that you will ever see. Its teeth are almost the size of my head.
Are we in prehistoric or just historic times? Good question.
Historic?
We're in historic times.
Let's say, can we call it prehistoric?
I think we could. It's a fancy word for dinosaur.
But the dinosaur's still around.
But, not too many people see them, so we're rolling with that.
Guess we're just lying to them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Creature
pretty
from the
normal for
past.
the business. I'm just clarifying that.
I'm just saying. It's a terrifying creature. Huge teeth. Huge, big, pointy teeth.
Good Bollywood seconds. Don't want that. You want to look?
Skin is as tough as leather. And eyes that could just bore right through your soul.
That was the best you got, huh?
I mean, that's the best I can think of right now off the top of my head. I'm sure Wendell can do much better with a 22 for his performance.
So about this time, you guys yourselves nearly get run off the middle of the road, as a large armored carriage comes hurtling past you, stopping down the block at the gallows.
Okay. As they are rolling down, we are basically just going to turn the cart and to maneuver it to safely get it out of their way.
I'm gonna basically message Wendell. Was that the cart with the guys?
Yep.
That way, because I'm kind of stuck in there, and I don't want to let myself be known, so I'm kind of just sitting waiting.
Yeah. And so we will basically maneuver it. So it looks like we're just trying to get it out of their way as quickly as possible. But at the same time, we'll also point it in the same direction that they're headed.
But you get your arrangement in place, and you start seeing prisoners be filed out of the carriage and up onto the platform.
Okay. And I will give a little rap onto the side of the crate as we're rolling down the street and say, everybody get their places set. We are about to have a show.
Send them the message. Just do what you did again whenever you're ready.
Will do.
So which one is the person we're looking for? Are we able to tell, or are we just kind of like we weren't given enough of a physical description?
No, you were giving a description. It is the half orc that is up there.
Okay.
Or I guess no, I think that's actually a full blood orc, but the orcish figure up there.
It doesn't matter. There are 6 figures who will probably not be hitting the gallows today, or 4 figures, and
Yeah.
yeah. 4
Honestly,
figures.
I don't care if it's 5. It's just I don't want the one that we need to save.
I mean, if the 2 chicks are kind of hot looking, I mean, Wendell's like, maybe we should save them too.
What if they have a choking fetish?
I mean,
I got dark. I'm sorry. I got real dark.
I was gonna say, Wendell's like, I got straps in the bedroom. It's fine.
Well, you know, ever heard of what was it, erotica asphyxiation?
Well, yeah, but it's much better with a partner.
Right over
I
here.
think that's why they coined the term autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yeah.
Because it does not need a partner.
yeah, it's autoerotic asphyxiation. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but even autoerotic asphyxiation's better with a partner. I'm telling you.
I'm the partner. I'm just 30 feet away.
Oh
the
yeah,
partner can't
we
be
totally went
outraged.
dark on that.
Mhm.
Maybe just a little. That's all right.
Okay, so as they are getting lined up onto the gallows, as soon as it looks like they are lined up enough that, you know, it's like, okay, this is about just before the point where they said that they wanted us to give the distraction. Wendell is going to basically start looking around the crate to see if there's any curious kids, because there usually are. And basically be like, hey, don't poke in there. Don't mess with the crate. You'll get it angry.
Get what angry, sir?
The ferocious beast that's inside of here.
I want to
Why-
see. I want to see.
Yeah, but I mean, if it wasn't for this crate, we would all be in great danger. Not.
Yeah, watch it, kid. You lose handle of this thing.
I've casted the spell. I heard a knock knock. What am I rolling for this? And large, fluffy.
Giant size fluffy.
The maximum size I can manage.
The most adorable, terrifying creature you've ever seen.
Limited cosmic power. Itty bitty living space.
So Fluffy has grown rather large.
Substantially.
Yeah.
As the crate breaks, I'm gonna like just take a generic woman scream and cast it like back here. Just like a "Ah!" Just to kind of get everybody's attention over here.
Okay.
Good idea.
Some behind us so the guards don't see who screamed, but they're gonna look over this way with the commotion. And then I'm
Perfect.
gonna try and like duck behind Wendell. Try and like conspicuously like fall down.
Okay.
Yeah, just slip out of the crate. And
Yeah,
just
as I
kind of
slip
be
out, like nobody really noticed me because they were all looking at him, so I just kind of fall behind
Right.
Wendell and fall over like I was scared.
Yeah, give me a stealth check with advantage to make it look
I think it-
not obvious that you rolled out of.
There we go.
Hell yeah, that should be good.
Yeah, so you
I think it
seem
looks
to.
like I was just standing by and it happened.
Yeah. Alright, Nyx, what is Fluffy going to be doing?
She's gonna.
Lots of roaring.
Yes, yes, he's going to head over here and do a big roar.
Okay.
It's Fluffzilla, thank you very much.
Go ahead and give me a performance check as Fluffy with advantage.
I'll do it again.
Thank God you had advantage.
All
I was
right.
gonna say that should be part performance and part intimidation.
I was about to say, you're gonna
Yeah.
scare the shit out of anybody.
Yeah, you can give me intimidation as well if you want.
Gonna scare the hell out of anybody. who
Yes.
Fuck
hears it.
yeah.
Um, a couple of the guards do turn over. Or turn around, look. What is that thing doing over there?
And Wendell will come up, waving his hands towards the guards. Don't make any sudden moves. This is a wild and untamed beast from the jungles. Any kind of motion could be seen as a threat. And of course,
He does another roar.
and of course, Wendell is going to absolutely, totally do the Chris Pratt and be like
With the
squaring
hands.
off with Fluffy. All right, come on now, girl. Easy does it.
Is there an update on over here?
Yeah, I rolled 23 perception because I'm like trying to keep like I'm looking at Fluff, but I'm trying to like look around for them making a move to rescue the guy. Kind of seeing if I can tell where they're at.
Hasn't made a move yet that you can see. You're not sure exactly where he's at yet.
Well, and of course, Wendell is trying to do as much of a of hamming it up kind of thing as possible. But you know, I mean, at some point, Fluffy needs to just like start charging through the crowd.
Yeah, I was about to say he's gonna start charging down this way towards
Yeah.
this group of people.
Wendell will make a fake attempted dive to grab him. Actually, I might as well make an attempt to grab his tail.
Yeah, just
'cause
try to
that
grab
would
him
be
and slide along with him.
that would be even better if I'm dragged along by his
While I
sword.
see you do that, I'm gonna message to Fluffy, try and let him grab. I don't know if Fluffy's gonna listen, but I'm gonna try. Let him grab on.
Hero, give me an animal hand check.
Boy. Maybe.
Nice.
And
Let him
Look
grab
at these
on.
friendly dice.
Wendell, give me an athletics check.
Yes, of
Rolls a
course.
one,
The,
he grabs
the
it, just fucking
weakest
starts barrel
thing.
rolling around.
The weakest thing of all.
So you dive at the tail and try and grab on. You do grab on for a moment or so, but Fluffy
But
slips
basically
away.
get dragged along and then flail off.
Yeah, you're on for a second or two before you lose grip and slide off.
Okay. In that case, Wendell will get up, dirtied, and charge as fast as he can, trying to chase after Fluffy. And, you know, the goal is for us to take off and then maybe slip down an alleyway.
Alright. Is Fluffy still running this general direction?
Yes, he's making his way through here.
Alright, this guard shouts at the goblin guard behind it. Goblin! Watch the prisoners! And he hops down in front of Fluffy's path, drawing his sword.
Goblin, help us cover the dinosaur. In the same voice. Goblin, follow me, actually. We need help.
We need backup!
I need backup for this dinosaur.
Oh, we should
Just heard
totally.
I just heard him
totally
speak. I
have
know
Fluffy
exactly what he
do-
sounds like.
We should totally have Fluffy do an intimidation roll against the guard too. Charging straight at him like that would have to be absolutely terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can give me an intimidation if you want.
I'm gonna make a cold chill fly up the goblin's back. Why
Oh,
not?
come on.
Now how's that possible? How's that?
Fluffy comes running up.
Oh my god. Oh no.
All
Wait,
right.
do I get advantage on that?
No. Not unless
Why?
not unless
I'm
you are big, yes, but unless you start actually doing some damage to people. All he's seen so far is a roaring and running Fluffy.
That's alright. Fluffy's big enough you can bowl him over.
This knight is hopping down to try and block Fluffy in for as little as that could actually do.
Oh, that's perfect. Wendell will run up onto the gallows and will attempt an acrobatic leap onto Fluffy,
Okay.
yelling, "Do not engage with him!"
Give me an acrobatics check.
Hey.
You are now riding Fluffy. I assume, Nyx, I assume Fluffy is willing in this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yay, halflings on dinosaurs!
This is...
Is this guy still here, I'm guessing? I haven't seen him.
he is still here for the moment, as all this is going down.
Alright.
Fluffy and Wendell charge forward another space.
And I will be yelling at the guard, "Look!"
Wendell, give me a deception, intimidation, persuasion, your choice, to try and get the guard to not attack Fluffy as it runs past.
As I see him do it, I'm gonna try again, mimicking the guard's voice with a yell. Everybody back off! Let him through!
Well, I'm gonna give him disadvantage on that because of what you did.
Beautiful.
So the guard half ducks out of the way, half falls out of the way. The goblin guard hops down to give chase, and it's about this time that you see seemingly out of nowhere someone appears on the platform, having dimension doored in.
I knew it.
Uh,
Fluffy, run as fast as you can, buddy. Now's our time. Let's get out of here.
He hops up on Podagog's shoulders, cuts the rope for his noose, and before anyone realizes really what's happening, he casts another dimension door, and they both disappear.
Was that actually Lazuthet that did that, or somebody else?
No, this was somebody else.
Okay. I'm going to whisper a message to both, I guess, one to Fluffy and one to Wendell, saying, he's out, you can clean it, you can finish it up. Since you're kind of riding off into the sunset.
Yeah. And Wendell is basically just going to try to guide Fluffy to go full tilt towards the docks because there are fresh fish there.
And I'm just going to duck into an alleyway and change back into my regular.
So that should encourage him to go as fast as his huge legs can carry him until the spell runs out. At which point he and I can just go slipping along, and I can, get him back into his normal outfit, and I can change into mine.
Yeah. And as Fluffy's got more movement speed than any of the guards do. It doesn't take you more than a couple seconds to slip away and out of sight, and just in time before Fluffy shrinks back down to normal size.
And yeah, if the guys catch up with us, they're going to find us down at the docks, and I am buying him a small crate of fish to enjoy.
No, they don't chase you very far. They quickly turn their attention back to the gallows and that are now missing a prisoner. They deemed that a little bit more important than chasing down this time.
Oh no, I meant my partners in crime.
Yeah, I'll kind of slowly like make my way there after I've changed into regular clothes. I'm not rushing, but I'm just kind of slowly meandering my way to the pathway that I can tell that people are talking about. Oh, do you see the dinosaur running past this way? Just kind of slowly meandering my way there.
And meanwhile, I will be kicking back with Fluffy, tossing him fish from the crate. You know what, buddy? You did a great job. Best ferocious dinosaur I've seen in a long time. And I mean that.
Fluffy smirks and nods.
God, he knows common. Oh my god.
Mhm. Mhm.
He knows common. He probably knows goblin.
That's a fair
Probably
point,
knows-
honestly.
Probably knows a couple others too. He's probably the wisest of all of us.
I'm not gonna rule out the possibility, but I'm gonna be a little sad if he is.
Probably got like a 21 intelligence. It's like godlike.
21 intelligence, 21 wisdom. He knows everything, but he cannot
Right?
speak, so he cannot share his wisdom with us.
Exactly. The only thing he can do is just try to help us the best he can, and that's it.
He's just grown attached to our antics, and he wants to see where they lead.
Right? It's like the god of mischief has decided to just show up as a little mini raptor.
This is
Yeah.
But yeah, so I will probably still be at the docks, still feeding Fluffy by the time that everybody else arrives, because this little dinosaur can eat.
oh, definitely.
And I'm not in a rush to get down there because I don't want to make any extra scene. I'm just gonna slowly going, maybe looking at the shops and the windows.
Yes.
So by the time that they show up, you know, Fluffy will be sitting there all content with a big belly.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Nix, found your dangerous animal.
Fluffy, you did so good back there. I'm so proud of you, Fluffy.
Well,
Do your
so we
job well
go
done.
and we turn this in so we can start searching for the missing.
I reckon. Any of you guys want to take some fish along? I bought the whole crate. I don't think
Give a
Fluffy could eat
nod.
the whole thing.
I'm good.
We'll be all right.
I'm just saying, you guys might want some fish later.
The guild provides plenty of free fish.
Fine.
I don't want to have to worry about getting rid of that smell.
Wendell's still going to take like 2 or 3 of them out of the crate.
Is that a fish in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Oh, I've got 3 fish in here, actually.
Yeah. You guys might be hungry later. No, when we actually get back to the guild, I'll actually take that back to the kitchen area and be like, here, I thought, you know, maybe you guys could whip something up with these. Like literally no clue even like what he bought. Like he has no idea about fish. It was just, I can get this whole crate for like 4 copper. Okay. Yeah. And Fluffy enjoyed them. That's all he knows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it turns out that you had bought the crate of slightly rotten butcher's. It's
Oh, great. The cooks are probably like, well, in a few days we could turn that into fish stew.
yes. Fish has been dropped off with them. The rest of you are back at the Underhand to rest, relax, eat up, and turn in your quest.
Indeed. And look at that. Not a single spell cast. Not a single hit point of damage. We did all right.
As it should be. We don't need to bring violence into these to complete the
I mean,
missions.
sometimes violence is necessary. Then he gets bored.
But it's not always necessary.
I
We can
mean,
avoid it. I feel like it would be better for everybody, if you know what I mean. They
except
wouldn't have a
maybe
bounty on our.
Sammy.
They won't have as much of a bounty on our heads as if we're not actually causing harm to people. They might not ever
Mhm.
get concerned about the guild or anything.
True.
If we started hurting a lot of people, then they might have more of a reason to look into us. But
Okay, but we still got to find something for Sammy to be able to do.
Agreed.
what are you talking
And-
about? He was a great pack mule. I put my hand on his shoulder.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Do
he
you
lugged
think I
you
look
around
insane?
like it was nothing.
What was that?
Speaking, I said he hauled you around like you were nothing.
Exactly.
Speaking of which, Hero, you should probably eat a little more. You're kind of skinny.
It allows me
Or
to
drink.
get in and out of
It-
places very easily.
Yeah, drink. You could also drink some more.
I find I get into places rather easy when I drink more as well. Usually there's some
See?
splintered wood and
I would
glass
consider
around, but
that a special talent of yours, to be honest. I don't think that would
Just-
work quite as well from me.
It's a little violent, right? So,
scratches the itch.
maybe we minimize the collateral damage on people and we maximize the collateral damage on objects. Yeah.
I think it's a fair balance there. If something has to be damaged, if we damage property and still make sure it's a way that's recoverable for them, they won't ever be too suspicious or concerned about it.
It's not a bad idea.
If we start
So,
hurting people and not damaging objects, the city patrol might get a little bit suspicious and concerned about what's happening more so.
so it's 250 gold each, correct?
Yeah, 250 gold each, and they've added some extra experience points for. Yeah, we'll say 350.
Hey.
All right. I believe that should put us at 3050.
That's what I
Yes.
got.
All right.
How much gold was it? 250 each?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. See, we spend a little, but at the end of the day, our bags jingle just a little bit more.
Indeed.
Slow and steady, best way for us to get rich. Speaking of getting rich, we find out anything about that missing woman?
I have not investigated yet. I figure now that we've completed this one, we can go directly to their partner and ask them questions. See if they know anything about the missing woman, or what they know about the rat people
Well,
she was kidnapped by.
when it comes to asking questions and getting answers, that's more like you and Semi's job. People like Nix and me, we're kind of a delicate nature. We need to have plenty of beauty rest.
What time of day is it?
It's probably midday at this point.
I suppose that sounds like my job to go out. There should be enough time to go and meet with Troll X.
And I think it's about time for me, Nix, and Fluffy to have a good nap. after having full bellies.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys will excuse me, I will be right back.
I really need to use the bathroom. I'll be right back too. All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
What am I gonna do with all this money?
Blow it on shit. Spend your in-game D&D money on skins for your D&D character.
I already bought shoes. I mean, I can buy another one. I can buy more, I guess.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Got him. Today I learned there's actually a trackball controller for the PlayStation 1. Fucking weird.
About the job?
That's where I'm heading towards now.
Oh, okay.
Is to talk to the guy with his missing wife.
Yes.
Go talk to Oin Trolex. Oin Trolex? I don't know how to pronounce his name.
You get there, and it's like, it's pronounced when.
When's what?
You're
Yeah,
on a
when's
roll.
the Trolex coming?
Yeah, so you meet him at his home, and... So, going to find my wife, are you?
That's the plan. What can you tell me about her kidnappers?
I could tell you, I don't think you'd believe me if I told you.
It's not whether or not I believe you, it's whatever you believe happened. That's the best we have to go on right now.
Well, she's been missing for about a week now. I think it was the rats took her.
The rats.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on these rats?
Oh, you dirty rats.
Those dirty double-crossing rats went and got their own business.
Well, she was having some problems with the rats in her. Hired some exterminators. They supposedly took care of the problem, but she said a couple days later she saw some again, and then next day I haven't seen her again since.
I think that should be enough for me to work on. We will, we'll do what we can. Thank you.
Thank you. Please do keep me updated.
Are you guys still at the table when I come back?
Where else would they?
Probably.
I told you we
napping.
should have fucking killed those rats when we had the chance. We don't do business with the fucking rats.
But we didn't get a chance to kill them. They left.
Should have killed them before they left.
We couldn't. Remember the silver weapons and stuff? We had to go and get all that stuff done, and then by the time we got back, they'd already left?
We should have done something to contain them then, at least. They're the ones that took the man's wife.
Well, then it sounds like we still have to do some rat extermination.
That's what I'm fucking pissed about. I want to go back into those goddamn sewers and kill rats again.
Well, I mean, the good news is, you don't have to wear your nice clothes.
Just give you like a deadpan stare.
I mean, come on, that's definitely a bonus. Imagine if you had to go through the sewers and you had to wear those really nice shoes.
So I suppose now we should probably look for some clues about where the rats might be. He unfortunately just said that after essentially we had driven the rats out, that's when his wife disappeared.
Well,
We just need to look for more signs of were-rat infestation. Check there.
yeah, definitely. Sounds like a good plan.
I guess keep your ears peeled in case you hear anything. The most I could think to do right now is talk to a couple of the people here and then go talk to the tavern owners above and see if any of them have heard about any of their taverns struggling with severe rat issues again or not.
Yeah, taverns, some of the local bakery shops, things like that. We can spread out, hit a couple different places in town, see what we find.
Yeah, I imagine if there's another big infestation, it's probably going to be them. We'll just kind of split up and, Oop. She's out.
Next fell off. She's like, peace out, yo.
This is...
She did say she had to go at 9, but I don't think she said anything about actually saying goodbye yet.
That's okay.
Oh, I thought you hated us. You're back.
You're not allowed to come back once you bail.
I mean, both things could be true.
Okay, that's a fair point. They're not exclusive. They can both exist. So yeah, I think we should split up and ask around the bakers like you said in the taverns and seeing if anybody's noticed another rat infestation. And then we can discuss with them about trying to exterminate them.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. Um.
Do we want to wrap it up here?
Yeah, I was thinking this might be a good spot to do so, and then we can get into the meat of this